Today I want to talk to you about martial arts instructor insurance. I'm sure you spent a lot of time and a tremendous amount of money putting your martial arts school together. Or you may be saying, I want to open a martial arts school. So if you are opening a martial arts school or you have, you need to understand how much work is involved in setting up a martial arts school, getting it ready, and marketing it and going through all the process that it takes to build a successful school. So if you have a successful school, you definitely knew what it takes. If you're just starting or you have a smaller enrollment right now, then you have a lot of work to do. Knowing that you either worked so hard and so long, or you're going to have to, or continue to do a lot of work. And when I say work, it's just the energy and time and processes that you have to go to. If you really love it, you might not call it work, but it still takes a lot of energy to put a successful school together. Now, knowing that you either have a successful school or you're going to have a successful school, you have to protect it. You have to make sure you do not lose your school. So one of the best ways that you can protect your school is through martial arts instructor insurance. It's the way that you protect yourself. So you go out and your big thing is, I'm going to teach my students how to defend themselves, how to protect themselves. Well, what protects you? Who watches your back? Well, that's your martial arts insurance, your martial arts instructor insurance. That protects you. That will come to your rescue in case an accident does happen and you're sued. So how many of you out there can get a large lawsuit thrown against you, and who can even afford to pay for the lawyers thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to start the process? So it's thousands of dollars even if you win. Now what happens if the jury or judge, depending on how things go with your lawsuit, says, you know what, you're negligent, you pay. So can you afford $1 million? Well, I know I can't, and my schools are very big. So most of us would have to go out of business and take years to pay and be just crushed. So you want to make sure that doesn't happen. So the way you can make sure that doesn't happen is through the correct martial arts instructor insurance. Now, martial arts instructor insurance isn't something that you can just get anywhere. You can't call on the phone to the local agents and say, hey, I need martial arts insurance, liability insurance to protect my school. No, you cannot do that, you know, because most of them can give you a general business kind of liability, but it won't protect you from one of your students getting hurt during the training, and then they decide to, or their parents decide to sue you. So if you have liability, and you might be able to say, here, Mr. Landlord, here's my liability insurance, and they might look at it and say, okay, they have it, but you will not be protected if a student gets hurt. So the really important for you to have participant liability coverage, and most liability and policies will not have that. So you can't go to Allstate or and say, give me an Allstate policy. I'm pretty sure. So, definitely check with your experts on insurance in your area, but I'm pretty sure you just can't get it from there. They would have to come to um, maybe even us to get the correct policy. So you need that. Now, a great place to get your martial arts instructor insurance is through Martial Arts Group. I think we have somewhere around 2,500 schools that are using us currently. We've served well over 10,000 schools with their martial arts insurance. And the reason that we can do that and we know what's going on is because we're made up of martial artists just like you. The group is martial arts school owners just like you. You know, small ones, big ones, fat ones, tall ones, short ones. We're all, 2,500 of us. So it's just a big variety of different school owners and different size schools. So we protect ourselves with that. So now what happens is this, is that, okay, no matter what you do, you cannot protect yourself against, or I shouldn't say protect yourself because you can, but what I meant to say is that you cannot safeguard yourself against accidents because accidents are going to happen. So if you go through years and years and nothing happens, well, that's just great because, one, you're doing a good job, and two, you're lucky. Because even if you do a great job and you take every safeguard you can, um, accidents are still going to happen. So say you have a green belt fighting one of your white belts, and the green belt has pretty good control, but the white belt gets a little aggressive and the green belt knocks him out. Oops, I wish I had better control. Didn't mean that. I tried to pull my punch, but the white belt didn't block it and he moved in too fast. For whatever reason, boom, busted teeth everywhere. Okay, so now this is a brand new student. They don't have a big bond to you. They've only been in your class for, 2 months. So they decide that you should have did a better job for some reason of protecting them and you didn't. So now they're going to bring a suit against you. So now if you don't have the correct martial arts instructor insurance, you're going to have to start coming out of your pocket, and you're going to have to find a lawyer, and you're going to have to find a good lawyer to defend this kind of case. And then hopefully you pick one that um, does these kind of cases and is good at these kind of cases, because you can pick someone that's bad, and then even though you should have won, you didn't. So that's just a terrible process, and then you're paying for it. Yes, I would gladly take this case for you, but you're going to have to pay me $7,500 right off the get-go for me to start. And guess what? That's probably not even going to be enough to run this case. So you're going to have to come up with more and pray to God that you don't lose. But if you have the correct martial arts instructor insurance, you put in a claim right away. The claim goes into the insurance department. They start taking care of it. They investigate the claim. They get the lawyer. They do all the work that's involved, and you don't have to, pay any money out of your pocket. So that's the way you want to do it. You want to get the correct. And like I said, you have to have participant liability coverage. Remember that, participant liability coverage. That's the most essential thing. So, um, you can get it from other places besides Martial Arts Group, but you know that Martial Arts Group does have that 2,500 schools. People are happy, and let me tell you that we are well known for our customer service. We are here all day, 9:30 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We're here all the time. Our girls will answer the phone. They'll take care of you. They'll answer your questions. They get things done right away. So I don't know, can't even tell you how many times I've got complaints from school owners coming over to us and saying, I tried to call so and so and I couldn't get a call back for 2 days. I couldn't even get a hold of anyone. All I could do is get voicemail. Someone got back to me days later, over and over and over. So I'll tell you what, in a time of an emergency, something as important as keeping your school going that's going to protect, you want a company that's going to be there for you, a company that you can get a hold of, and a company that will take you through all the steps. It's a big nightmare when a lawsuit comes and claims and all that crap. So we're here to help you. So definitely take the um, idea of using martial arts group seriously, because we are here to help you and to get you the correct martial arts insurance. So you can get a hold of us at 800-207-6603. or you can email us at info@igomag.com. That's IGOMAG.com. So use us. We're here. We're do whatever we can to help you. We can answer any kind of questions. We'll even can go over your policy that you have now to make sure you got something good, or if you need to replace it. So um, get a hold of us. We're here to help you. So as always, good luck to your school. Wish the best.